Hey, hello everyone. Hi, this is Kevin here. Okay, so in this video, right, I would like to show you how you can go about creating recurring invoices. Well, this will especially be useful for those clients whom you allow them to pay in either installments or they could be services that you render to them over a period of time, and then you will have to collect payment from them periodically. Say for example, if it's an so for my case, for accounting clients of ours, we collect payment from them either annually or quarterly. So instead of having to do a new invoice or remember to do a new invoice every year or every quarterly, how about I will just create them once, so that every 3 months or every year the system will actually auto generate the invoice and send it over to the client, right? Because over time, as you accumulate your portfolio, you may miss out on some of the invoices that you're supposed to send out. So let me just show you exactly how it can be done rather easily with Wave Accounting. So first thing first, this is the dashboard of your business. You need to go to the left hand side under sales, click on the drop down, and you will see that the third option is called recurring invoices. So I've shown you how to generate an invoice in my previous video. It's pretty similar, just that there are some additional options that you can do. Alright, so once you click on recurring invoices, you'll come in here. You can see here that I have an active recurring invoice that I've created previously. There's draft, and also you can actually see all your invoices that you have created so far. So let me just run you through the exact process of creating a recurring invoice from scratch. Okay, so once you come in, this is very similar to how you actually create an invoice. So you add in your customer. Okay, so in this case, this is me. Invoice number will be auto generated depending on what number that has it run to at that point in time. Okay, invoice date is also auto generated. Payment due, you can choose on receipt, within 7 days, within 14 days. So go with the one that that suits your business needs. Okay, so for me, I always put on receipt. Okay, so then next up is basically to add in the products or services that you have agreed to provide to this particular client. So let's just say I agree to supply them cake, alright, wholesale cake, 3 cakes for $500. Okay, then tax, either are you a GST registered? If not, then you can remove. Okay, so I'll just do without. You can add one more item if you want to. Ice cream, say 10 tubs. Okay, so this could be you could be a food supplier in this case, and then you are supplying ice cream and cakes on a regular basis every month with this agreed amount to the client. So you can do this, right? So choose the currency, Singapore dollar for my case. Okay, so sorry, maybe 100. Okay, so 10 times 100. Okay, so 2005. Again, the payment term, this would have been adjusted for when you do your invoice setting, which I've shown you in my earlier video. Okay, so once it's done, right, just save and continue. Okay, if you make any mistake, of course, you can come back here to edit. You can duplicate as well for client B, client C, client D. Okay, customer, you can see here, you can edit the information if you have got it wrong. Okay, so this is the next important part that I would like to highlight to you. Okay, that's where you set the schedule or the frequency of your invoice. Okay, so you can either do daily, which I doubt anyone would need, right? Either weekly, monthly, yearly, or you can actually set a custom period. So I'll do the monthly. Okay, and you can choose to send it on the first day of every month, last day of every month, or a particular date of the month. Alright, so I'll just stick with first day of the month. Okay, so when's the very first invoice? So let's just say this is a totally new client. Today is the 20th of October, and let's just say the agreement is for this supply to start from November onwards. So let's just start from 1st of November. Alright, so this is correct. So this is the very first. Okay, and then you can actually choose when does it ever end, right? So if it's a running order, then you will choose never until maybe comes a day, you decide to break off the contract, then you can come in manually to delete this recurring invoice. There will be some instances where perhaps you are in the renovation business. The client agrees to pay you over 3 installments, so that would be, so you can choose something like after 3 invoices. So in this case, I choose to invoice every first day of the month. So after November, December, and January, then this will stop if I go with this option. If I choose never, then it will forever keep sending on the 1st of every month. Or if you choose on, then of course after a certain date, then this recurring invoice system will just automatically terminate as well. Okay, so I'll just go with never, create in the time zone of your choice. Let's just go next. Okay, and this is where you would most likely choose manual payment. Okay, if you choose automatic payment, Wave will automatically charge your credit card. Then that's where you actually turn on the paid services, alright, for Wave. So for me, I do not use this. I will do a manual payment. Okay, alright, and let's just go on next. Okay, so the last part, right, you have to decide whether do you want Wave to send the invoice out automatically, or do you want to review it before you send it out. So if you choose the manual sending, right, what happens is on the 1st of every month, it will generate the invoice, and then it will be inside the draft, and you will have to go in there and manually approve the invoice before it will get sent out officially. But if you are very sure that things are fixed and there's no need for you to make any adjustment in any way, then you should be choosing the automatic sending. I think that will be a lot easier. They'll make life easier, right? Manual sending will be more of really a case of perhaps you may need to, in some cases, supply more than 5 cakes per month, and then it will change depending on the demand from your customer. Then you might want to do a manual sending so that you can actually make some last minute adjustment before you send it out to the client. Okay, so in this case, let's just go with automatic sending. Okay, and then of course you need to set where are you sending from, who are you sending to, custom message, and do you want to attach a PDF, which I always recommend. Okay, and but the last option is up to you. Okay, and then you can actually preview the invoice here. You can see that this is how it looks like: auto generated, invoice date, due date, amount, your logo, etc, etc. Alright, so once it's done, you're happy with it, everything, just go next. Okay, you're almost set. Review the details and approve it when you're ready. Once approved, your first invoice will be created and sent on November 1st, 2020. So look at this, you're happy, everything is okay, no error. Approve and start recurring invoice, and voila, you are done. Alright, so one recurring invoice has been created, and you can see that over here the status is active. So you can create another one, you can duplicate this, or you can end this recurring invoice, this particular recurring invoice arrangement. Okay, so if you go back to the recurring invoice, you see that I have 2 active recurring invoice. So as you get more and more clients that you need to bill them on a regular basis, then you will slowly create more and more. I think this is a very, very useful function for a lot of small business owner, because you eventually you have problem trying to remember which client have you sent, which client have you not. So it's actually better to really get into the habit of using these recurring invoices for those clients whom you are dealing with on a consistent basis. Alright, so this is all for this tutorial video. I hope it has been useful to you. If it has been useful to you, please like and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you at the next one. Take care and goodbye.